Hi all, welcome to another problem. So this is 601 human traffic of stadium. This is a hard category problem. Okay. So in this problem we have a stadiums table in which the visit date in this column, okay, visit date is the column with unique values for this table. Each row of this table contains visited date and visit ID to the stadium with the number of people during the visit. As the ID increases, the date increases as well. We need to write a solution to display the number of records with 3 or more rows with consecutive IDs, and the number of people is greater than or equal to 100 for each row. Return the result table ordered by visit date in ascending order. The result format is in the following example. So in this particular problem, we have the stadium table, okay, and we need to find out the consecutive IDs, 3 or more consecutive IDs, where the number of people is greater than equal to 100. Okay, so in this particular table, you can see that row number 2 and row number 3, they both have people greater than equal to 100, but row number 4 has no people greater than 100, that is 99, so we won't count because it is at least 3 or more. Okay, now if you look at 5, 6, 7, 8, right, all the rows from 5 to 8, they have people greater than 100. Okay, and if you can just see the date, it is 7th of January 2017, and there is one date skip, and then there is 9th of January 2017, which is row number 8. Okay, so this suggests that it is not actually dependent on the date can be anything, there can be any kind of gap between the dates. It is just that the ID should be consecutive and the number of people should be greater than 100, and we need to find at least 3 or more such IDs. Okay, so how we are going to solve this question? So first and foremost, okay, the first and foremost filter that we need to apply is that we need to find out the people which are greater than 100. If there are people which are less than 100, we need not consider them in our data set. So just remove this and let's just remove this. Okay, that's the first task that we need to do. So select everything, okay, select everything from the stadium table where the people is greater than equal to 100. Okay. If I run this, definitely I will be getting the number of people which are greater than 100. Okay, so if you can just see 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? Okay, now let us think about it. Okay, we need to find 3 or minimum 3 or more such consecutive rows. How we are going to do this? If I try to now give them a numbering, okay, if this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? If I'm going to like let's say rank them in this order 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So this is 1, this is second, right? Consecutive, if we need to find out, then if I try to subtract this particular ID value with that particular number, right, with that particular rank, then we can get like how much like what all numbers are consecutive with each other, right? Like for example, if this is rank number 1, this is rank number 2, rather it will be incorrect to say this as rank. Let us call this as row number 1, row number 2, row number 3, row number 4, row number 5, row number 6, right? Now let's say if this is not consecutive, if this is 5, 7 something, right, then obviously if this is 5, if this is row number 3, and let's say this is not 6, this is 7, and this would be row number 4, then 5 minus 3 and 6 minus 4, right, sorry, 5 minus 3 and 7 minus 4, well definitely it will be different values, right? It will be 2 and 3, right? So in that particular case we won't be able to get the consecutive values, right? But here if you can just see, it is 5, 6, 7, 8. So if I try to assign them a particular row number, right, and if I subtract this particular ID with that row number, then I will get that what all values are of similar type, and then we need to calculate the count of those particular values which are of similar type. Okay, let's just say this might be confusing. Okay, so let's just implement it and then you will understand it. This is row number. Okay, over, we are going to order by, let's say, ID. Okay, as, let's say this will be row, uh, row count. Oh wait, row count is a function, so rows underscore c. Okay, let's say this is row underscore c. If I do this, okay, I will be getting 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, let us now store this in a temporary table with temp as, and now the part which I was saying, okay, we will select everything and we are going to subtract the ID value with row underscore c value, okay, from the temp table, right? If I do this, okay, just see what will happen. Let us say this is if, if I do this, you will see that, see, this is 1 1 2 2 2 2. Now you see this is now having a type. This is type 1, this is type 2. Now if I need 3 or more consecutive values for the ID, then obviously the count of all these types should be greater than equal to 3, greater than or equal to 3, right? So one thing is sure, that now we need to find out the number of this value based on, like, group by this diff value, right? Now how we are going to do this, we are going to store this also in a temp value, in a temporary table. Let us call this as temp2. Okay, and now select ID visit date. Okay, rather, instead of doing it like this, let's first see what value we get. We need to get this value 2, right? Because this is having more than 3, or 3 or is having value 3 or more, right? So select diff from temp2. We are going to group it by temp2, right? Okay, and then having count of this diff greater than equal to 3, right? So now I'm going to get this value of 2, right? If I run this, then I will be getting the value as 2. M2 in group statement and as okay, I'm so sorry. Why have I grouped it by temp2? Okay, this is really grouped by diff. Okay, so now we will be getting, we are expecting the value to be 2. Yes, we have got 2. So now we have to get the value of the ID, the visit date, and the people. Okay, from which table? The temp2 table, where the diff value, that is the difference value, is in this particular. Okay, so understood, like I found out what is that difference value where the count is greater than equal to 3, because it is going to serve my purpose, right? It is going to find me all those IDs which are less than, which is greater than or equal to 3, right? Where there are 3 consecutive rows, and then I'm retrieving ID, visit date, and people value from this temp2 table, which where the diff value is equal to 2. Okay, once I run this, I guess this will be correct. This is accepted. Let's submit this. Yes. Okay. So you can see that the runtime is 363 milliseconds and beats 88.5%. So this is a pretty efficient solution. I hope you found this video insightful. If you did, then please hit the thumbs up, like this channel, and please subscribe to my video. Thank you.